if you know that if you are if you don't have a jug to participate with, you can also do it on your own virtually, so you're not, it's not a requirement to have a jug. It's better if you can do it in person with other people, it's more fun. But if you want to do it and participate, you're totally welcome to do it on your own.
So I'll do a Joe jug if there's no other jugs in Canada.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, the Toronto gang haven't gotten together since COVID for sure.
So, hi, everybody. Just a quick thing that I was speaking to Benjamin the other day. If you meet virtually, right, and you all figure out the same time to come in, it's no different than what we're doing right here, right? But you can submit an expense for your pizza. Not that, the $10 you want it, but I'm just saying they're not excluding you if you're doing it virtually. I confirmed with Benjamin, there will be an expense report link that you could expense your pizza, but you need to have an image of you participating in the day. So that image could be what this is right here. They're using Big Blue Button. They're not using Zoom, but either way, if this group decides to pick a time that works on that Saturday, we know Olivier will be there to guide us through everything. Just show up at that time. So I just think it would be good. And this group would be your jug participating. So just throwing that out.
That would be, I think, more information coming from me. Maybe we'll take a time frame, 2-3 hour window when you can come, or even 4 hour window when you can come during that time.
Yeah, I can help. And then
if you want to go outside that window, you can. But yeah, that way we can see some familiar faces. All right, we're up to 20 participants. I did forget to press the record button, so I just did just a second ago. So that was my news. I really, really would love anyone who's participated in the past, jump in and do a few things. If anyone has not done it before, I encourage you to try it. And even if you put in a half an hour, just come on, see what you're, just to see what you feel comfortable doing. I think you'll really like it and really feel like you're giving back. So more to come on that. I'll email you guys. And Olivier, did you say I should reach out to the other jugs too? I didn't know that was my role. So I can do that too.
Yeah, if you have a list of jugs you can contact, to see if they're going to participate. That's
okay.
good. Yeah.
Robin, I can do that as well.
Okay.
So I was going to be emailing. We don't have the flyer yet or the website yet, so there's nothing to give out yet. Okay. But I don't mind doing that, and SD as well, to just kind of, but it would be good if you decided what time your group is going to be attending. And then we could tell the other jugs, hey, this group is going to be attending from this time slot. Maybe you also join in at the same time.
Okay.
So maybe you just decide what you want your group to be, and I'll be sending emails out through JDay USA and through my Jug New Jersey as well. So we'll, I think, tack on with whatever you guys do.
Perfect. All right. So we're going to get started. We're going to go around the group, say hello, where we're from. And I even see a few new names here. So this is really great. But yeah, why don't you tell us just quickly in a sentence or two only, what project you're having fun doing right now. And so I'll go ahead and start. I'll go around the room. I'll say who's next and who's after that person. So we'll be ready. My name is Robin Clapp. I am a 17-year Joomla user from Connecticut, and I run my own business, Web Design by Robin. And right now, my project I'm building right now is for a rod and gun club in the quiet corner of Connecticut, in the woods of Connecticut, and they have membership. And so I am working on that piece for the first time, which is really interesting. Bear, why don't you go next, and we'll have Ellen after Bear.
Okay. The only thing I've been currently working on is my own personal site. I finally moved it up to J4 and just kind of been waiting for stuff to do. Doing a lot of gaming. That's little coding on my game extensions, but that's about it.
Bear, where are you coming from?
I'm in North Central Oklahoma.
All right, welcome. Ellen, do you want to go next? You're still muted. And then we'll have Pat after Ellen.
Hi, I'm Ellen Rothwatz from Fairfield, Connecticut. I've been doing Joomla for about, I don't know, since 2009 or so. I'm about to start a new project, updating or migrating Joomla 3 to 4 for a .gov site. So looking forward to doing that.
Wonderful. Pat, why don't you say hello and then we'll have Allison.
I'm Pat Vanden Bosch, and I am in Middle Tennessee in the woods, right off the Tennessee River. And I've been working on it for quite some time now because I have 2 chambers of commerce, and I've been working on the membership extension for them with J Business Directory. And I'm doing it full bore for one chamber. The other chamber says, we don't want them to register. We don't want to collect their money on the website. I'll take care of that. And so it's kind of got me confused, but it means less work for the same amount of money. So I should just accept their money and walk away. And that's about it. That's just driving me crazy dealing with this woman. No, none of you have any clients like this, I'm sure. And all the heads are going, yeah.
Allison and then Anna.
Hi, Allison Meeks here with AM Graphics, and I'm in Guelph, Ontario, just south of Joe. And I am working on a redesign for it's just really a big brochure site for a vacuum company, vacuum truck company website that I manage. But the old site was based off their old design, and it's just time for a fresh face. So doing that with the move to J4 and trying to get time when both Troy and I have lights on in our heads to get the migration done.
Hey, I'm available anytime between midnight and 6 a.m.
Yeah, well, that's when I'm not. So anyways, that's me.
And, oh, wonderful. Anna and then Frank.
Yeah, so I'm a graphic designer and I do websites with Joomla as well. And I'm from Sweden, Stockholm, Sweden. And so right now, July, everyone is on vacation here in Sweden. So I don't have any client work, but I was inspired by Karen's talk today. So I read the book. I just finished the book, Building a Store Brand by Don Miller. And then I've been trying to redesign my own website according to the story brand thing.
She did homework ahead of time. I love that.
Yes.
Frank, do you want to go next and then Joe?
Okay, hi. Well, 2 Scandinavians in a row. I'm a transplanted Norwegian in Ventura County, California. And aside from just the regular Joomla maintenance, and a lot of my client sites have been upgraded to Joomla 4, the site I'm working on now has started in Joomla 1. And in Joomla 4, some problems with the assets table became obvious. So that's a new problem for me. So I'm working that through with the client.
Wonderful. Joe and then Wesley.
So I'm Joe, and I'm just north of Allison. Like, it's a place, right? Joe is a place, Allison a place. We're in Canada, in a city called Guelph. And the thing that I'm working on right now, among a lot of other things, is I'm doing work for a social media influencer, and it's forcing me into the world of Google APIs, Facebook, and Instagram, and all that. And it's challenging.
Oh, I love that. Wesley, you want to say hello, and then Karen?
Hello, I'm Wesley. I'm from Tucson, and I've been working with Joomla basically since its inception. And yeah, actually, thanks to this meeting, I sort of had a new idea for rebuilding my church website, and that was a lot of fun. I got some ideas. I can't remember what it was, and then I kind of messed around with adding in the No Boss Banners parallax extension, and that was a lot of fun for me. But that's all I've been doing lately, really, other than just maintaining my own sites. Thanks. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you. Karen and then Lisa.
Hi, I'm Karen Dunn. I live in Athens, Georgia. I run Maven Design Studio, which I've been doing since 2012. Just relocated to Athens a year ago from Colorado Springs. In terms of what I'm working on currently, I actually spend mostly print and copywriting. I do come from many years ago doing graphic design work before getting into the web side of things. I just finished a big migration on a site that had a lot of custom build to it. That was a bit of a headache, but it eventually went okay. And yeah, that's it. I think I forgot what else you wanted us to answer. So
No, I think you did great. Thank you. Lisa and then Anne.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Kaiser coming in from Virginia, a little south of Washington, D.C. And I've been working with Joomla since 2007-ish, somewhere in there, maybe 06, I don't remember very well. Interesting projects. Well, I can tell you one thing I'm getting is a lot of Twitter headaches lately. Speaking of social media, I have clients contacting me daily saying, what's wrong with my Twitter feed? And I'm like, hey, go ask Elon, because I have nothing to do with that. The official Twitter embed's not working anymore, and no one knows why or when it's going to work again. So I'm like, take it off and stick a button on it that says follow us on Twitter, and then go join Threads. So anyway, that's been my advice ongoing for everyone that's emailing me recently. I've got two projects that I'm working on right now. Upgrades / migration / redesign. It's always fun to do them at the same time when you're taking a J3 to J4 and redoing the design as well. No, I have 3 of them that I'm doing right now, because one is my volunteer site. It's on an old Joomla Shack template, so I need to move it over to something else that is supported on J4. So there's a lot going on. I'm very busy. I may have to pop off before the end, but glad to be here.
Thank you, Lisa. Anne and then Alan.
Hi, I'm Ann Noter Thomas. I've been working with Joomla for about 11 years. I live in Syracuse, New York. I'm in a summer slump, I guess. So what I've been doing is re-looking at email for my business. I tend to get myself caught in holes where I keep hitting my head against the wall, thinking I can break through it. And I did that with Mautic, which I really liked in the beginning, but then I just was running into so many problems. So I finally cut the cord, and now I'm looking at AC mailing and seeing if I can get that going.
Alan and then Tim.
I'm Alan Badiger. I'm in North Texas, Plano, Texas, just north of Dallas. And I do software development, but part of my quote side job is porting Joomla sites, my own and some others. And I have one customer I'm working on where their old ancient Pentium server is rapidly dying. And I'm having to move I guess it's Joomla 1.5-ish on PHP 4.1 and MySQL 5.2 and prehistory Linux over to a current LAMP stack. And they're going, but why do you have to rewrite it? And I'm going, because it won't work on a current LAMP stack. And to move it to a new server, we've got to rewrite the code. And they're going, but why? And it's trying to explain security breaches and stuff like that just doesn't go anywhere with them. So Pat, I understand some of your issues you're talking about. Anyway, so that's what keeps me busy nowadays.
I love it. Tim and then Richard.
Hello, everyone. Tim Davis from CyberSalt and Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel. I'm just a bit west of Joe and Allison. I'm all the way west on the left coast of Canada in Victoria, British Columbia. I guess two projects that I'm enjoying working on right now is I've got someone that has me doing a Joomla 2.5 to 3 to 4 migration. And that I'm looking forward to that. I'm also doing, I do support for Migrate Me 4. I actually owe Laura an email. I'm overdue. I have to make a video for it. But which is a great way to migrate from Joomla 3 to 4 in a test environment. But did you know that there's also similar extensions to go from 1.7 or 2.5 to 3, and then you could always go to 4. So there is a path on that. So that's very nice. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that and the contact with people. And I guess one thing I'm also enjoying is I bought myself a new desktop computer, first new one I've had in 10 years. Other than sprucing mine up with the SSD drives a couple of years ago. And I treated myself to a 49-inch curved monitor, and it is great.
Wow.
And a beautiful, what are those penguins on your shirt too?
Yeah, so I got my penguin shirt on today.
Very good.
Native to Vancouver Island. Penguins all over the place.
Richard
Not.
Next, and then Laura. Richard?
Oh, sorry.
Richard and then Laura.
Okay, hi. Hi, everyone. I'm Richard Gosler. I'm based in Bournemouth in the UK, which is a seaside town on the south coast. I've been building sites since the late 90s, but I've been a Joomla user for maybe 6-7 years. Currently, I'm doing about half a dozen e-commerce sites. I tend to use eShop, which I quite like. It's very similar to OpenCart, which I've been using for about 10-12 years. So I quite like that. It works well. Clients like it. The current thing that's really keeping me occupied is I'm rebuilding my own site. Every 18 months, 2 years, I get dissatisfied and it's rubbish. I've got to change it. So I'm building it with Helix and the new Page Builder 5, which I'm really liking. So that's me.
Laura and then Bridget.
Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Gordon. I've been working with Joomla since about 2005, I think. And Alan, I graduated from the EDS System Engineer Development Program, and I lived in Plano for a little bit in the, I guess, late 80s after I graduated college. So I know the Godfather and all that in Plano. Anyway, so my biggest project I'm really excited about, I may have mentioned it in a prior meeting, but we went live, was a Joomla 3 website on PHP 5.6 with everything rocket theme. And it took, I started rebuilding the site in November, it went live. So I did change the template. We actually ended up, initially we were going to, I just wanted to keep it whole and get it into Joomla 3. With PHP 7 with the template, but what I ended up deciding to do was actually to switch it to UTheme. We made the UTheme template look exactly like their old template, like to the minute, like really close. And I worked with Elisa Fulton on that. She is just a dream. And we got it. Now I haven't moved it to 4 yet, but that's going to be my next step. But it literally took since October because the number of rebuilds that I had to do each time of, you move it up one and then something else would break. And then you'd have to go back to the beginning again. And then you'd go back up, and literally it was piece by piece for me to figure this out. But the good news is they're on the newest version of Joomla 3, 10, 11, PHP 7.4. I didn't move it to 8 yet, but anyway, it's on 7.4. And in the next month or so, we'll be moving to Joomla 4, and it shouldn't be too hard because it's clean now. It's completely clean. So anyway, that was really fun. So that's about it.
Wonderful. Bridget, say hello, and then Magdalene.
Hi, my name is Bridget Anderson. I'm in North Georgia, as you can probably tell from my accent. But I am co-owner of 3x400. I have a business partner, Beth. We've been in business since 2009. I've worked with Joomla since about 2007 and have built websites since about 2001. We have a lot of Joomla 4 upgrades in our queue, but we're also doing a lot of integration work with third-party platforms in Joomla. Our biggest project right now is for an energy nonprofit for a certification program, and we've done a lot of custom development using Fabric as well as an integration with Moodle to provide the education side of things. So that it's live and it's been an ongoing project for about 1.5 years. But it's the great thing about it is it's kind of constantly developing and we're getting to add new things. So we've had a lot of fun with that. So that's me in a nutshell.
Bridget, so
I'm the designer developer and my business partner is kind of the PM and bookkeeping side of things.
And Bridget, this is your first time attending this meeting?
It is. I'm a newbie, so hi, everybody.
Thank you for coming. And Magdalene, and then Yorgos.
Yes, I shortened my name to Lena. I'm from Germany. I don't even know how I came here, but I find it very interesting. I know Joomla since it was since Mambo, and yeah, but I have done several websites during the years, and I have to improve my selling skills. Yeah, what can I say? Also right now I'm learning, I'm very busy with UTheme and I find it very interesting, but I'm still learning.
Very nice. Selling skills, you might enjoy the presentation today from Karen. Yorgos is next, and then we're going to do a 10-minute spotlight with Olivier. Unless I've missed anyone, please shout out after Yorgos if I did.
Hello, my name is Yorgos. I'm from Cyprus, the small island in Mediterranean Sea. I have a busy month. This month is a busy one. I'm doing a workers organization website. I did my creation and then I have to redesign it. So it gets me busy. And also I'm doing another migration for another site for a business company. And this is all about.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks for coming. I appreciate everyone who came for the first time, and I'm curious how you found us, and maybe you said you don't know, but we are listed on events for Joomla.org, and we have a Facebook page, but if you're not on Facebook, you can get on an email list, and I'll email out the meeting details every month. So feel free to reach out to me or anyone else in the group that you see that's familiar to you.
And you can't search for small business because the name hasn't been changed yet.
It is in the banner. So we've got a really long name, and then we've got a real short name, Small Biz Jug, if you're looking for it. But yeah, we're the business owners who build Joomla websites for a living, virtual user group. So there you go. Let's go. Olivier, do you want to share your screen? There you go. How about
it? Well, it's going to be very informal for me because I just wanted to share with you a lot about very intimate details. So I come from France. My name is Olivier Buisard. I live in New York right now, but I come from France, and I was born in the course over between Normandy, Brittany, and the Loire Valley. So if you see that, this is where this is. I hope everybody sees my screen. This is exactly where it is. And I've been all over France. I've been, half my family is from the west of France, so by the border with Germany, but the other half is from Brittany. I live most of my my life in this town called Solem, and it has a great abbey over there. It's a beautiful little village. I could have been different things. I mean, I could have done different things in my life. I could have become a farmer. I didn't pursue. I could have become a fashion designer. I didn't pursue it there. I could have loved roller coasters, but I'm not really into it. I could have been a gardener. Didn't go. And I could have been a hard worker. I mean, manual worker, but I didn't work either. So just for a little kick. My first computer was Commodore 64. I don't know if any of you know about this computer. Very competitive and very good computer in the 80s. And that's how I started working. I was like 14 years old when I started programming. So I was just working on BASIC, the language BASIC. And going forward, I started, I've been, sorry, I'm trying to, I've moved to Chicago at some point in the 90s and joined DePaul University. And then from there, I got my computer science degree with a minor in computer graphics. I was very into computer graphics, and I really loved the 3D environment. That was about the time where the first Pixar came out, you know, with Toy Story. So it was starting to become a big deal. I got into Joomla, and that's about the first thing. Okay, although my computer is acting up. Excuse me. You don't see it, but I see it. My first Joomla screen was this one, the Joomla 1.5. Actually, I think I've started with 1.15, 1.10 when I started learning Joomla. And it really was mostly to use the tool as a hobby. I had, you know, when you're a computer scientist, you get all these requests from people, especially family and friends. So they were like, okay, can you do my website? And even though I had no clue how to make a website at the time, I started looking into Joomla, and it really felt it was a good fit for me. So I started learning it, and I started creating my first website, which was a website. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger probably. A website that was for my brother-in-law. He was he was in music. He was creating his own songs and stuff. So he wanted something that related to him, and he was. So I had this kind of idea of having a theme with old pictures from his family, his mom and stuff, and that was my first design. So I'm not. Maybe I'm not really a designer, so I really tried my best in doing things like that. And at the time, it was about Joomla 2.5. A lot of the sites were really meant to represent something that exists in the real life. So you get old pictures. I also had this restaurant one that I created that was, you know, all using a blackboard and and all the things that could relate to the restaurant, and trying to keep it inviting, and so I kept going into this kind of websites. I have also created one for a bar that was visually showing pictures of the inside of the bar and as backgrounds. I also have been working on websites more like for like a Taijitsu style website. This was also me. All these websites I created were like that I made for free to people, just as a hobby. So I was trying my best at the time. And then moved on to something a little more professional, working with a designer to create more professional look for companies. I started diverging from being a hobby and helping friends and family and moving to something more professional. That's what I have been. These websites, I'm showing you pictures because these websites are not online anymore. They have been terminated at some point on another. I have also current websites I'm working on is, for example, this website for lawyers from Zurich. They wanted a menu on the right side, and they wanted pictures in their main page, and with details and news and stuff like that. It's very simple website in terms of design. The design I didn't choose. I didn't choose it. They had a design firm to work on that for them, and I was just executing what they asked. Also worked with some architects on presenting their own website. It's actually a full screen on slideshow. The challenge being to make sure that those images would still look good on a large screen. And I also been working on some other like Airbnb style or bed and breakfast style website with pictures, and here again with some physical aspects, you know, the stamps on the left, the pictures in the middle, and then information. So these have been some of the websites I've been working on over the years. But as you know, I'm actually an extension developer, so this is not my main focus, but it's really something I want to show you, since we are in that business side of things, so the web designer side. So this is what I've been working, and then right now I'm working on switching my own website to Joomla 4. So this is my website now in Joomla 4. It's still not complete. I've been working in a certain way. The thing I've done is really recreate my website on a test local host, and make sure that I had everything hammered, because I want the migration done in a very short amount of time, since it's a live site and people go on it, buy software, and it keeps evolving every day. So I want to ensure that the migration goes smoothly from the time I started to the time it's finished, and having a very low downtime on this. So this is the challenge I'm having right now, is working on this one. I have my other website are still in Joomla 3. I'm planning on moving them to Joomla 4 this summer. But they are not going to be as challenging, because first, I have a handle on all the software that's in there. Usually when I create a site, I use my software, so it's easier to manage. And then they don't have any specific data entered every day by users or anything like this, so that I can work on the update, and then even though the site is still live, I can just switch then the website from the old to the new. So that's what I've been working on, and I don't want to take too much of the time, so I think I'm gonna give you the mic over.
I don't know if you said it during your presentation, but those pictures at the beginning, are those little Olivier?
Yes.
Oh my God, you were so cute.
Olivia, I got a quick question for you.
Yes.
That page you're showing right now, is that on Bearsamp?
But yeah, of course.
So you learned how to change the ports. That's awesome.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, Troy has a great tool. That's really I mean, a local server, pretty much, with all the bells and whistles you can think of that you need to have a very good local environment, even with mailing and all these things that you need for, like, if you were in a real environment. So it really helps putting things together, making it ready, and then once you are ready with and happy with what you achieved, then you can go and move to the real server too. But locally, I can do anything. I mean, it's been a big help being a release manager, because I've been able to compile versions of Joomla and things like that right into my local environment. It's been very convenient. So Bearsamp is a great tool if you want to use and create website locally. So please use it.
Yeah, future presentation, or at least a spotlight coming up from Bear. All right, that was fantastic. And we were just mentioning before you got on at very early stages of this meeting, how Joe and I finally put together a spreadsheet of every meeting and who's the spotlight and who's the speaker, so we could keep track of it. And that's how I noticed Olivier hadn't done a spotlight yet. So how is that